Bing, 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 bong, bong. We do a weird thing. I'm so awkward. It's unreal. But I'm currently. It's Wednesday. I think. Yes, definitely a Wednesday. And I'm procrastinating. We ordered the Ancestry DNA kits. And I've been trying to fill in my Ancestry DNA tree. And it's very stressful. I think I've found certain family members. It's also this is also safe by people who were actually right. Anyway, I'm getting really badly sidetracked. I think I've found certain family members, but I am very much overwhelmed by a lot of this. It's a lot to deal with. Like, this is where I've got. Can't see a lot. This is where I've got so far. So that's me. You got my parents, and then my grandparents, and their siblings, and then their grandparent, their parents, and all their siblings, and then I just clicked on one of my great grandparents' kids, and seen that they themselves are great grandparents to people who are currently still alive, obviously, because they're currently. But that's 1 out of 8 siblings. And I don't understand how it all works. I don't understand what's... Like, my great-grandparents... My great-grandfather had a sister who got married and had loads of kids. I say loads, maybe like... If I quickly have a gander. How many are we looking here? There's at least 1 child. At least 1. That I can see. And that's an entire... That child will probably be still alive because they didn't pass away till 2006 and 1998. So that child will be my parents' age, if not a little bit older. And I'm like, that means they've got kids that are my age. I don't even know who they are. And I'm like... I'm hoping there's no correspondence between mine and Becky's. If our family tree links up, that's weirdly, like... keeping it in the family! So yeah, I'm stressing over this. So I've got music on in the background. I'm trying to... Just trying to figure out what seems right. Like, I spoke to my dad this morning, and he said that his grandparents and his great grandparents, their names ring a bell. He's heard them before in the family being mentioned. So he's heard them before. But one of them that actually linked to the photos of gravestone, which is just the other end of where my mum and dad live now. So potentially, if it comes back that because somebody's uploaded a photo for that, I think they've also done a DNA test as well. So when my DNA test comes back, if that links to that, I'm going. I don't even know who they are. They're my second great grandparents, and I'm going to visit them because that's just mental. That is, it's. We mainly did this just for Becky, because her dad was adopted, so she doesn't know the rest of her family properly, and I've ended up just. I don't know if my family's Irish origins or what, but some of my family were born in Cork. So, the lady who's Right. Switch account. Have I got I haven't got our YouTube on my computer. Well, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? So the lady who's from Cork, who watches our videos and comments all the time, I potentially could have family near you. Like, but me and Becky were saying today, here, I'll put you down here. Rest you on my speaker. I won't rest you on my speaker, I'll rest you on my call. Because if I rest you on my speaker and you get interference, Becky will kill me. But we were saying the other day, look, everything leads to Cork in Ireland. And it's the strangest thing. We watch a TV programme and it'll be like, oh, that's where my parents grew up in Cork. And we're like, but why is Cork even being mentioned? Like, I don't understand. And the fact that I legitimately have wasn't my granddad. Yeah, my great granddad, according to this, was born in Cork in 1906. But he also he's the one with the 8 sisters and brothers. But they could have all been born in Cork. The family I'm chasing now could still be in Ireland. And look, for Becky, she can trace one side of her family, and that seems to be still in England. But then the other side's obviously unknown. So we could be travelling. I've said to her, we'll get a passport. I'll get my passport. We'll go. If we can get there, spend a few days there, figure out what's happened, and meet people who are a family and fill that little gap, we'll do it. But I just didn't realise mine would expand so much. And this is all what I showed you, just my dad's side of the family. I haven't even done my mom's side of the family yet. I've got my nan and granddad on it, and that's it. It'd be nice to know where the ADHD comes from. Because I'm sending it back, I don't like it. Like, I've got now 4 potential people from my second great grandparents, which the one of the last name of Bristow. I've already seen like somebody else's family tree that's linked to my family tree, where the Bristows continue, and there's hundreds of them. It's crazy. It was funny though, I also found some Cassells, which if you don't know, oh, you might do. We watch a YouTuber called Love Tom. He has a gaming channel called Syndicate, you might have heard of. But his name's Tom Cassell. And that'd be crazy if somehow, all under one bubble. And it'd be ironic that we vlog because of him. We were like, you know, oh, we should toy with vlogging, blah, blah, blah. You know, because we're a bit more... Like, he's just brought 110 acres of land, which is his dream to do. Currently, I couldn't buy 110 packets of Skittles. So we are like, you get the YouTubers which are like, boom, up here, splashing cash on loads of stuff. And then, look, everyone says we're just the normal, average, relatable people who complain when they have to spend $7.99 on something when it used to be $3.99. Like Pringles, why are they £2.50 a tube when they used to be a quid? I don't get it. But that aside, I've got to update you on the hoodie, because that has changed quite a bit. You can see it there drying. It might dry well. Let me put the light on. Are you ready for this? No stain. The stain was here somewhere. Look at that. Weirdly, the stitching stayed white. I presume that's a different material, but I don't care. That looks tidy, man. I'm going to heaven. Or being abducted by UFOs, either one. Watch your profanity. So, that's been my morning. I did also walk to the shop and get a sandwich. I really wanted what's it, so I went and got us lunch. Really off topic. I haven't even had an energy drink today, and I feel like I need to. Potentially, kind of spoilers, kind of not. I mentioned the other day that there might be a surprise coming. And it won't be for everyone. But Becky's going to be happy. And people get to see... I was literally saying we're down to earth. We don't splash loads of money on stuff. Technically, we're not splashing loads of money on stuff. Technically. But we have something new coming. I keep on looking at me instead of looking at the camera. I need to put like a little smiley face sticker next to it so I always remember or something. Yeah, technically we have something new coming. It should have been coming Monday. But it's coming tomorrow. Now Becky's out with her mom tomorrow. So it's just going to be me to take delivery of. And it could potentially be a game changer for our household. But as I said the other day, in other news, this darling wife of mine put all my drinks in the fridge. As I was taking the pee out of her and abusing her as I do, verbally, by winding her up. I don't physically abuse her. I don't actually have a violent bone in my body unless you really do my fruiting. Which, not a lot does, to be fair. I see, yeah. And my little bodger did for my controller wire. Played games last night. Worked a job. So, what can I say? I'm a big wrinkle brain. So yeah, I'm going to try and continue to do this. This is very overwhelming. I'm tired from doing it, and I haven't even started. Because I'm doing. I don't want to just add people to be like, oh yeah, that's the person in my family. That's a person in my family. I want to like make sure they all correlate. Even though if I was to add loads of people, it would change and correlate. And when I get the DNA test come through, if anybody else has done it, that'll also link them. So it'll all change. But it's weird being a person who has not much of a family. But I don't really have a big family. My mum has a brother and a sister, and they have their kids and wives and husbands and what have you. That's it. Me personally, it's just me. And then my parents. And my granddad. So this is a lot. And I don't like meeting new people. It takes a lot of energy out of me. I might need an energy, actually. This is tiring. I'm going to chuck in a sneak advert while we're here. Get your sneak today at local shops. I don't actually know. They sell it at my local Nisa. Which, from what I've seen people on the community pages and that, they find them in Spa. But they're like I said before, Tropicilla is just tropical fruit juice. It is just tropical fruit juice. But this one, Purple Storm, that is Vimto. And not just any, not like the drink Vimto, like Vimto Chewy Sweets or Vimto Ice Lollies or Vimto. It would make nice ice. So if you're into like cocktails and whatever, maybe you can have like a gin. Don't do a gin and tonic. Get a gin and a bit of this. But anyway, I'm going to crack one of these open and continue to do this. Becky's currently editing it, by the way. She's alive. She's upstairs editing. She's doing something funky with the car cleaning bit, which you'd have all seen. So I don't know why I mentioned it, but it was my little idea, and she completed it. She's a master. But I'm going to continue listening to music. Currently listening to Chasing Status and Stormzy, Backbone. And then it's Neck Deep, Creedence Clearwater for some reason. I quite like the song. And then it's Skepta. And it's Falling in Reverse and Jelly Roll. And then it's Post Malone. And then it's Shabuzi. And then Teddy Swims. And then Eminem. And then Blink-182. And then Linkin Park. And then it just descends into crazy. But yeah, I'm going to continue with this. Fill myself full of energy, even though I don't really need it. But I am tired. I'm very tired. So we will catch up with you in a bit when I've got a massive family tree that needs 2 monitors to put it on. I don't know what I'm doing. So I've done a lot more. I say a lot more digging. It's been like rifling through like old bits and bobs. I found out that one of my great aunties passed away literally the same year they were born. Bit sad. But 4 of them. So my great grandfather and 3 other family members. And another 3 great, I think they're great aunties, were all born. I said they were all born in Cork. They were all born outside of Cork in a place called Fermoy, which I have found on Google Maps. Fermoy is there. Cork is here. Found a piece of paper to say that my great grandfather and his sisters and his mother got taken to a local army base to see their father. So I'm trying to figure out where that would be. I'm assuming it's somewhere in Cork, purely on the fact that I presume it'd be close to the coast. Or maybe if because there's an airport. Because they were all... Because what I presume would happen was my great grandparents, my great grandfather was serving. He took his wife along with him, who was born in the UK, to Ireland, because he too was born in the UK, and where they had then 4 children, and then once he finished, moved back to the UK, well, back to England. Because you got forts and stuff. But it's crazy because, like, his father before him was in the army, and they were all serving what was the war at the end of the 1800s? I'm not too sure now. I don't think there was one. Let's have a Google. Because they'd have served the Neoloponic Wars. That was about it, really. Everything else was Spanish-American Wars. Yeah, it was all the start. So they were prepping, training for the army for World War One, which so my great grandfather was training somewhere around here. Then my great grandfather would have, he was born after World War One, so technically his dad would have potentially fought in World War One. He would have fought. He would have missed out fighting in World War Two. But then his son went on to fight in the war. Like my granddad is an army veteran, or was an army veteran, should I say? And funnily enough, when I was 16, I was like, I'm going in the army. I really wanted to be a sniper. I have very good. I have a very low resting heart rate. Now I'd be buggered. But the fact that it's just so ironic that they're in the Cork area, and the fact that I found it. But it was difficult to find because they go by their middle name. Their first name's Florence, but they go by their middle name of Lily. So trying to track that through, I'm going, I haven't got a Lily in the family. I have. So they're somewhere. Almost makes me want to go to try and find something like if they've got like pictures or whatever of all the old check-in books or something, to find the name, because they were there, and to know it's I could literally get a plane to Cork. And maybe that's what we do. Becky's always said if she wants to go abroad, she wants to go somewhere close. So I suggested France or Switzerland. I suggested Switzerland. But surely to Cork, a plane would literally be... Surely it wouldn't cost a lot. Cost a lot? Take a lot to get there. So I may have to get my passport sorted. But in the meantime, try and figure out where there would be. Well, like, looking at this, man, Cork's got castles. There's a... I did come across an old base thing, I don't know where it's gone, an old fort. Camden Fort Mayher? Which is Carrigaline. It kind of looks like a place I kind of want to be. So maybe we do that. What side of the road do they drive on the normal side of the road in Ireland, don't they? Yeah. So we could drive there. Where's the nearest ferry port? I'd have to drive to Wales. And I'll just get a plane. It'd be easier. So that's a potentiality. But I found now 4 to 5 living relatives. A lot more than I was expecting. But a few of my great aunties and uncles or whatever never had kids, according to this, which is a bit poopy, considering there's so many of them. I thought they would have at least, like, maybe been in a household of 8 children. I was like, I ain't having kids, I don't want to do that. I wouldn't want to have kids if I was living with 8 other siblings. But I'm into the 1700s now. This is just still all, again, just all on my dad's side. I haven't got nothing from my mum's side, which I've got to try and sort out in a bit. But this has been crazy. Some of the family members, their partners died in Lincoln, which is a place I love to go. Some died in Yorkshire, another place I love to go. Some died in Devon, a place I've been going to on holiday since I was a child. And now Cork. It's weird. It's weird seeing that family have been places. Family I'll never meet. That I've had no relations with. That not even like my dad has met and seen properly. Yet we all go to the same places. We've all been in the same places. We all well, they've all died in the same places. In fact, that some are buried just the other side of a town I lived in my whole life. Never even knew. It's crazy if it's all so close. Yet none of us spoke. Like, some of them only died. They've got a 2014, 2002, 2004. Like, half of them died. Oh, 3/4 of them died after I was born. So I could have met them. But I could have been too little, to be fair. Whenever I used to get in town with my dad, it was always bumping into people, you know. Some of them could have been them, and I would never have known.
So it's currently 9:20 in the morning. And I'm currently waiting on my delivery of something very exciting. I'm just going to show you a little... Oh, what seems to have moved from there to there? Why would we need this gap free? I don't know. I'm being quiet because the boys are still in bed. My delivery slot's between 8 and 10. I'm kind of making it so there's no glare. But I currently have washing all over the house. Also, I don't know why that's so. My skin. I did my LED face mask come. I'll put it on screen now. I did one session of that. I've been looking after my skin so much. Fingers crossed. I'm going to Mum's today. We're gonna have like our little book club. But yeah, so before I go, Mum's picking me up at 10, I think. And the new surprise should be here by then. As you saw yesterday, Christopher was doing his family tree. A lot of his relatives, I think he said, was from Cork. A lot of mine back down to Warwickshire. That's the most exotic place I get to. There was one relative from where we are. Like, literally, it says her address, well, where she was registered is up the road from us. I think like my third great nan, something like that. But all I've got is my mum's side, because I think Chris explained yesterday, my real dad, who I don't talk to, was adopted by my nan and granddad, who I do talk to. So all I've got is the name of his mom and the first name of his real dad. Again, if my grandparents watch this, it's nothing against them. They are still my nan and granddad. They raised me. They was there when I was born. You know, they've raised all of my brothers and sisters, my cousins and everything. It's nothing to do with that. It's more to do with my real dad has never been in my life. You know, I've got my stepdad, but he's my dad, if that makes sense. So if you ever say my dad, I'm on about my stepdad. He's not my stepdad, he's my dad. He's been there since I was... God, how old was I? 10? 9? 10? And now I'm 30, so... But yeah. I have this whole half of me that's missing. And we did the one where it comes up with the traits and stuff like that. So if anybody... they find anything in my relatives... that like I have, like I dunk my toast in my tea. People find it disgusting. But my mum said that my real dad does that, so that could be from his side. And I'm kind of hoping that one of my real dad's real dad family has done it, and just to see what it is. I was looking at, I think I've got some hints of something, because I've got his name. And obviously once you get a name, you do a bit more digging, you can find out a bit more. There's one person, and he was a military officer in Germany, which we've always had a link of Germany like German. But we'll see. We'll see what it is. Hopefully when those DNA tests come by the end of next week. I've been looking online. People said it takes roughly about 4 weeks. If you've had one done, roughly let us know. We have paid for priority DNA testing thingy, so let us know. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm getting a bit excited, and I will show you once the delivery's here. Yeah, what time is it? 9:10. I think I was filming about 7:20 this morning.
It come from Worcester.
My dream fridge. I mean, my dream fridge is one of the big fancy Samsung ones, but that's just not practical. It's not worth the money. But the reason we've got this, if you watch the other vlog, Christopher brought some drinks, the Sneaky Energy drink. And let me put you down because my hand really hurts. I've hurt my wrist.
Do you know where my knife is? I ain't got a clue.
In there.
Is it in here?
I think. I saw that. The black one?
Yeah.
I saw that, but I don't know
where the hell it's gone.
Yeah, anyway. And we're going to be meal prepping. And it was about time we invested into something a bit like our mother-in-law. My in-laws Christmas parents bought us that fridge when we first moved in, and we've been toying with the idea for the past year.
Yeah, because it's
slowly going. It's slowly going.
So we're slowly going on control.
But my mum's gonna have that because she has a garage and she puts all that in.
Who was supposed to get the tape off?
How are we? I don't know.
I presume it.
I'm gonna set up the tripod. Oh God, my feet.
I'm too small. And I don't have the Stanley blade, I've got a pair of scissors. Oh, fucking hell.
But yeah, we've
Right, I've undone the top.
lift it up. Yeah, we're slowly investing in ourselves. Like I upgraded the washing machine, the dishwasher. We don't need to do the oven. The oven's perfectly fine. But because of how much we use the fridge freezer, it's about time we needed a bigger one. Yeah. And I've always wanted one of these.
But we've been the one
That's
day.
The front.
The one day when we sat on that sofa and we could hear that fridge going through it, and we
was
were like,
upstairs.
Man, that's gonna go.
It's like going. So we think because of I'll hold my hand up. I've moved it around a lot, and I know you shouldn't. But yeah, the delivery man was lovely. He come out with his little measuring tape, measuring the door. He said to me he's got one bigger than that. And as of the average door, he says that unless they've got a patio, it's not going in. Okay. And he was like, but that's for their problem. They should measure it. I went, I'll be honest, I've measured my space, not the door. Like, what would you think?
I was going to say to him, if it's really heavy, put it on there. I'll put the carpet back on the floor and we'll pull it through. But I'll wait for you to set up the tripod before I start ripping it out.
Yeah, I'm going to set up the tripod and it's 4 hours.
I've covered our addresses.
So about 1-ish.
Yeah.
But I could do it when I get back from Mum's.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to set up the tripod and hyperlapse it.
It's probably going to be best.
Yeah, I'm going to hyperlapse it. They're weighty, like.
Yeah,
not, like heavy, but like.
It's the cardboard, isn't it, that weighs it? Look at this for a fridge.
It's just genuinely. I don't know how, like. I know it's a fridge, and I'm gonna get set off from it. But the fact it's something like you see these in people's houses nowadays, it's normal. But obviously, being little, having a one-parent income. Seeing something like this in someone's house,
you have to be rich.
You're bougie, you've got money.
Yeah, you got money.
And in my head, I'm like, I've got this now.
What does bougie mean?
Like, oh, you're fancy.
Oh, okay. I'm not there with the kids. I don't know what these words mean.
Genuinely makes me so happy.
It's pretty good though.
I was like big.
Yeah, it was a lot bigger inside than what I thought it would.
I need one of your drinks.
I need one of my drinks.
But we've got to leave it 4 hours, he said.
Sneak purple storm. Zero sugar. Really good. Advert, not advert. Unpaid advertisements. Because I like it.
Put them on the floor for now. Right, we've got to pray.
Look at that, it was meant to be.
Because that's Christopher's drink shelf. So it's going to have all of his sneak stuff. You've got some Tango and...
I can order some Lipton iced tea.
Like, that's the drink. And then these, like, meal prep, my shelf, your shelf or something. The top will be like what we normally have on the top. It's got a humidity box. A Care Plus space, which obviously I'm going to read the instructions in a second once I get to them. Because I think this one keeps, like, your fruit and veg... You know, like how they do in Morrison's now when they've got the steaming.
Yeah,
I think that's what that is. I think. But you know what's nice? I can open this up.
And take the shelves out.
Take the shelves out.
So, Becky's gone to her mum's. I'm now sat here watching an Auto Alex podcast. He does, like, it's got like a car channel. Sorting out ancestry still. I'm at nearly 500 people now. I was on 108 yesterday. But I'm doing my... This lady I'm currently on is my second cousin, 3 times removed. So I think it's like my great-great-great-grandfather's sister's kids, I think. Something like that. But a person I was looking at, one of her children, was in the Navy, and he was on a ship called the Daedalus Sea Serpent, HMS Daedalus, but it was named after, apparently, where's my mouse? There we go. A sea serpent that they saw between Cape of Good Hope, which is in South Africa, and St. Helena. Trying to find out about the ship is very bizarre, because it literally came in, got used, went. Between March and June of 1851, she was fitted out as a training ship and transferred to the Royal Navy Reserve as a drill ship in Bristol. She was then paid off from this role in 1910, which was when my cousin, second cousin twice removed, I guess, was still serving, and it was sold and taken to pieces in Bristol. Cannot find photos of it for the life of me. But it's like, everyone's like, oh, we had 32 guns, oh, we had 38 guns, oh, we had 46 guns. And my family member, of whatever it was now, was part of the last group of people to ride on it, which I thought was wicked. And then I go back, because he was started out on a ship called HMS President 2, which, from what I can gather, this is HMS. I say that's located in London, but HMS President, like, this is them all. For all I know, one of those people could be a family member of mine. But that's what the ship he started out on. But Becky's got a family member that she stumbled upon, who named links to both of those ship, well, to this President 2 ship as well. I think she said it was like her great-great-great-grandfather or something along those lines. Crazy how many people. I know there was thingy service. You tell me and I'll tell you. I can't remember. National service. So you had to go into the army, but you didn't have to continue with it, I don't think. But a lot of our family did, and I know he, who I'm talking about, actually passed away. The hospital where he passed away, his mum went to, which is my great-great-great aunt, she got charged £64 for care fees. Which, there was, I don't think it was pound, probably, is it pence and shilling? Because the person below them got charged 15p and 10s, which I think's pence and shilling. So she got charged 64 pence. The boat went to the scrapyard. Ambitious big to save the National Lottery was trying to save it. I won't put that clip in. Me just going,
I probably will.
Yeah, it's now the end of the day.
8 o'clock.
I just got off a 52-minute phone call to my dad. That's like, we do like 2-3 minute phone calls, maybe 10 minutes tops. But because I've been talking to him, brains. Because I've been talking to him about the ancestry thing, he phones me up and goes, how much have you found? To which I replied, 499 people.
How do you find out how many people there is?
Go to, it says trees at the top, you press home.
Yeah.
And then it says at the top middle.
652.
And you found 652. But yeah, this is turning into a bigger job than anybody thought. So that's, our day's just been gone on that. I do apologise. But we are fascinated by this. And it's nothing better than finding out where we've come from. Especially when you don't fully understand where you've come from. So, it'll be back to normal routines at some stage. But we've literally done nothing. We've had tea. The fridge is all sorted, which you showed off anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, that was the last thing.
The other fridge freezer's been defrosted now. That'll be ready to get collected whenever. And other than that, nothing's happened. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Got to transfer all the stuff so it can get edited. And we're probably going to catch up with all the stuff I've missed in the last 52 minutes.
So,
I was going to say something offensive, man.
What was you going to say?
Welcome to the Hillbilly Horror Show.
Well, you know, like how we're doing this DNA thing, right? We've been on Ancestry. Anytime like a name pops up, we're like, oh, that sounds like this name, but it's not. No. I was going through my granddad's, so my mum's dad's
lineage.
And I come across the last name, Bates. And Chris went, Bates? I have a Bates. And he had one name. And I was like, well, I've got this. They're brothers.
So you're my 10th cousin. 0 times removed.
No, Tyler. I'm your ninth cousin once removed.
Your mom is my 8th cousin twice removed.
And my granddad, who passed away when JJ was born, is your 9th cousin. So what would you be to my aunties?
I don't think that would work, would it?
I don't know.
But your great nan,
yeah,
I share 1.1% DNA with.
Yeah. So, obviously, hold on,
I'll have a look for you.
Let me try and put you down. You'll remove me from Mum, because otherwise it's going to add me, like you'll say your auntie or something. Right, let me put you on the blankie. It's currently 10 o'clock, 10:15.
Oh shit, delete yours, my wife. That actually doesn't matter.
No, it's fine. No, I don't need to be on there. Yeah, because then it'll put me on there. And you can add Tyler. Anyway. Tyler's not biologically Christopher's. Everything else he is. You two are so alike, it's unreal. Mm-hmm. And I asked Tyler a few weeks ago about his relationship with JJ. and he said he just wished that Chris was his real dad, so he would know what it's like to have your genes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we've just told him. Oh, I mean, obviously, I know it's just going back and back, but the fact that my 9th great granddad's brother is Chris's 8th great granddad.
Mm-hmm.
I could understand if it was the same person, but like, oh no. But that's too much of a coinkydink for us. But we are doing that DNA thing, and it will say, because you share a more 1%. Obviously, the further it goes back, there's more DNA there.
Yeah. At one stage, it's
But that
50.
was from your mum's side, wasn't
My
it?
mum's side, yeah.
But the fact now that Tyler
I'll wait for you.
is technically related to Chris,
0.002%.
but it's still
it's still related.
in Tyler's mind. He's very like, he'll remember that.
Yeah.
He'll know. Like, obviously to us, it's not close enough for us to be weird, because I think if it was like, we was like, your great granddad was my great granddad.
Well, the fact that your mother is 8th cousin twice removed.
Yeah, and they work together. That's weird.
We get on like really well.
Yeah, the fact that my mum was his boss, and that's how we met.
Is the middle name A?
Who?
Your mum's?
No, Michelle.
I've got 2 here that aren't your mum then.
Yeah. But the fact that you're my 10th cousin,
Makes sense.
9th cousin,
Yeah.
is crazy. Like, we're related. So.
Yeah, I'd have thought that would have come from my granddad's side, because of them being a close farming family, passed through generations of all the same name, all very close. Well, it was
Wolverhampton, wasn't it?
And there's no evidence of nothing from them. So I'd expect a link there, not from families that are well known across the entire.
My family's very black country, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, very proud. We're yams.
And so's mine, apparently.
And yours has gone in a loop to it.
So doing these DNA tests of finding out who's the most English.
We could potentially be the same. We're going to go, and we will catch up with you tomorrow. That's crazy.